next question is, what are the real KPIs besides the buzzwords like impressions and clicks for businesses to actually be profitable and move in the right direction?
Well, I think business profitability depends on what you are exactly making after spending the ad. The way that we have learned from the gurus or the mentors or the teachers that we have been in the kind of classrooms that we have thought about, this kind of KPI would generate this kind of results. So you should be satisfied if this is what you're gonna get. But I think at the end of the day, what matters is your campaign has to be 100% as per the performance of profitability. If it's giving you profit, then this is the right campaign. Other than that, if we are completely measuring and focusing on like CTR, CPC, or like impression, reach, this kind of stuff, I mean, at the minor level, we can say this is great. I mean, when we are brand building or something like this, or the top of the funnel thing, we can use them as a side stage of analyzing everything in a broader perspective.
Yeah.
But what matters in brand building, the loyalty, the customers that give you the most input through the value that they create, is that we have to focus more on the customer retention, the after selling part of that. If they are giving you the most important time is that they are coming back, do they referring you, what is their recency, what is their latency, what is the monetary value that they are giving you in the period of 6 months, 1 year, based on the amount or the time that you have in your mind to calculate. And other than that, we can add on what is the customer acquisition cost and the effort that we are getting in it. So what matter at the end of the day is you have to know the pulse of the customer. Everything that we do other than that is really based on the vanity metrics that we have created in the marketing terms of the market. Because when you are looking for the profits, these vanity metrics does not count. What matter is the profit. So I'm trying to support more the ROAS, return on ad spend models, not based on that this is something that we should go for. I think this is kind of the losing end of the rope that we have to skip in future. Our solely or focused metric should be how much we are getting out of our marketing investment, ROMI. So that will give us a holistic view of what is it that matters the most. How do we cope up with all of those problems that we are seeing with that? And the important strategy that could be like you have to add on the unique way of adding your customer retention rate. What is it that giving them this kind of issues that your product has the capacity to solve their problem in a way that does not feel like you're marketing them, even you are just empathizing with them. Empathy plays very crucial role in defining your brand's long-term success. Uh, for example, we can do some kind of customer surveys. When we have like 100,000 customer base, we can do that is completely easy. We can launch single customer surveys based on what our product has done recently. What is it that they are missing? What is the potential aspect that they want to explore from our brand? Anything like that. There are a lot of other opportunities that we can use to amplify the impact of our product based on the view of what their loyal customers are getting in. So at the end of the day, I think what matters is the customer retention, acquisition, latency, average order value, what they are bringing in. How are you supporting them in their journey of buying with you? So this is the real thing that we need to promote other than impression, CTR, reach, and frequency kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And exactly what you said about the customers who are going to have a high customer lifetime value, they're going to keep on coming back. They are going to, purchase with high basket value, like the customers that we really want. They might be very expensive to convert, right? The cost per conversion, cost per lead, whatever it is that we're going for, could be higher than the other ones. But as you said, even with a higher cost per lead, cost per conversion of these customers, that when you compare that compared to the value that you're going to get for that customer, and also the time and money that you're going to save, because for this more expensive customer, this customer could provide 10 times the value than a different type of customer. But if we're going for the cheaper customer, we're going to have to pay to convert that customer 10 times over. And that's going to be in marketing costs, in our time, in our energy, in our effort. So exactly as you said, all of the metrics that we see on the dashboard, let's say, the cost per conversion, the CPM, the click-through rate, and I'd even say within that, we can rank which are even more vanity metrics and which are less vanity metrics. So as you said, things like CPM and click-through rate and reach and frequency, they're important. And in my experience, I use those to debug when performance has changed, when something's not working. So if something's going wrong on the lower end of the funnel, like the cost per conversion, the conversion rates have dropped, we're not targeting the right people, then I look at those metrics, like what I consider the real vanity metrics. And then you've got the central vanity metrics that I say, like, they're more important. So this is it, it's the cost per conversion. And you can use this to almost put beside the types of customers that we are converting from a particular campaign to say, okay, is this cost per conversion worth the customers that we're getting from it, right? Is if we spend more money, are we getting more from these customers, or is it, we're going for cheaper and then we're having to work harder down the line? So yeah, and it's kind of related to what we said before about having this holistic overview and not just getting tunnel vision and looking at 1, 2, 3 metrics. And I've also seen quite a lot of content and quite a lot of people saying, oh, I managed to run this campaign and I got this cost per lead and it was like 60 cents or something like that. And that's great if it was a quality lead. But I'm always asking, and we had this conversation last time when we spoke a few weeks ago on the phone, when we were asking, like, what is the quality of the lead? And if you're working with a client, let's say, how do you work together with that client to determine whether you're passing over quality leads? Because in the end, there's so much stuff that we can do within a campaign to optimize for this. And then it's up to the customer to define what's the quality lead and actually convert them. So if they're really wanting a lot of cheap leads, then maybe it's that they're going to have to work harder down the line to convert them, but it depends on if they're happy with that or not.